Children of your childhood, claiming your freedom over fear, carrying your fallen on rivers of trotting and chanting. Coffins are floating on rivers of children. Coffins are bobbing on waves of children. Caskets of children carried by children on rivers of trotting and chanting. Their fists reach high like oars on those rivers, and their voices soar as from one great heart. Mandela! Mandela! They drape their bodies in black, green, gold, make every funeral a fighter's call. Mandela! Mandela! The children's shoulders hoist their martyrs' coffins, coffins of children carried by children in fighters' ranks, trotting and chanting with fists high like hope. Oh, children of no childhood, killed as a policy of state, we bury your slender coffins in lakes of tears, but our fists pound the air like oaths.
South Africa, Shoshaloza, Kuleza Tamba, Simela, Sekume, South Africa. Winyu Yabaleka, Kuleza Tamba, Simela, Sekume, South Africa. Winyu Yabaleka, Kuleza Tamba, Simela, Sekume, South Africa. Shoshaloza, Kuleza Tamba, Simela, Sekume, South Africa. Shoshaloza, Kuleza Tamba, Simela, Sekume, South Africa. Simela, 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 Sekume, South Africa. Simela, 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 Sekume, South Africa. Simela, 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 Sekume, South Africa. Shoshaloza, Kuleza Tamba, Simela, Sekume, South Africa. Shoshaloza, Kuleza Tamba, Simela, Sekume, South Africa.
I'm gonna read one poem from God Is Not an American, my third book. One of the first poems I wrote after my first time traveling as a young poet and naive, probably, about what Africa was going to be for me. In South Africa and Eastern Africa have been the two places I've gone. I'm happy to be going very soon to Senegal this year. But this is the first poem that I wrote, and one of many that I wrote, and then there's something I'm going to read that I wrote this morning for this particularly. But Even the Light-Skinned Girls Are Sick of the Light-Skinned Girls is a poem that I wrote because I wanted to put a face on apartheid that was something that young girls could relate to, because as we know, apartheid, Jim Crow, they're really synonymous in many ways. And looking the way that I look and growing up very grounded in my blackness in the city of Detroit under a mayor named Conan Young, I just had a different perspective on what black was. And I was raised by my very strong father from Alabama, who let me know who I was all the time. And so I saw this little girl's face in South Africa after a performance of mine there in Johannesburg, and I guess a woman, a girl that would have been considered colored. And she was really upset with me, and I wrote this poem for her in response to what I thought her tears were about. In South Africa, the radio disc jockey says, "You can get killed for speaking that way in this country. The government doesn't mess with you for reading poems like that or speaking that way in America. Yeah, they kill us. They ruin our credit. As soon as we get to college, they make it harder to live in invisible ways. It is a slow death. The colored girl cries because I'm not telling her story right. I am colored here. It is difficult to explain myself, ourselves. Isn't it black, so black and yellow and native and twisted and confused? I was raised in Tom Moore's house. I was raised in Master Moore's house. My daddy was black, native, Motown, Southern, Cadillac, African, loud on purpose. Big smile, dimples, called the white boys at the Canadian border niggas. My daddy, with rifle on porch during the riots, took my Canadian raised, quiet mother down south in the 60s in his convertible green Cadillac. My aunties told her to stay in the house. She didn't understand this was not a safe place for love, loud like my daddy's. I never been down with those crumple bags of paper tests of blackness. The red blood and high cheeks of my people don't subscribe to this psychodrama. Jim Crow, South Africa, Mississippi, divide and conquer the red clay, boom bap, jazzy, construct the hip hop. Negro, you heard me, destroy the slave whip. Before the slave ship, yoga your way out of this chaos, across oceans, this ugly that connects us. Hi, yellow girl, South Africa, my daddy is from Alabama, 1920s cotton in Harlem, we are all just Puerto Ricans. It don't matter, say hola, damn it, you know me, little girl, I'm your sister. This don't even exist. They made it exist in a nightmare to steal your gold. The poverty is what they left inside all those books. You are golden with broken eyes, circling me, an ambush of pupils trying to get me to get you. But I am you. You talk like a white girl. You black at the white school. You love your white family. You don't know nothing else. You don't have to choose a side. You a whole woman, a whole person. You ain't multi-ethnic diversity class poster child. You a whole heart, an entire lung. You breathe in humanity. You just a baby being born. You just an ancestor covered by skin. My ancestor was a dark, chocolate West African woman. She said she wanted to see what it felt like. I said it was okay, but something was missing, so she scarred my face to give me more edge. I see your scars too, child, holding your father's hands. I'm sorry, I'm not the mirror you asked for. I am also my father's child. I am who I say I am. President Obama is a black man. He is who he says he is. This is not privilege, this is political choice, because even the light-skinned girls are sick of the light-skinned girls.
It's entitled Mandala for Mandela. Mandala is an object, an art object that's used in meditation, and I wanted to associate this practice of transcendence and spirituality with the role that Mandela played in his country. Mandala for Mandela. The brown earth cracks and shouts. The wind chants a planetary salute. Stars turn night to day. Millions of hearts burst. The toy trotting of the young warriors sounds like thunder convulsing the hills. The world's wheels squeal racing to the reading circle. We hold each other, crowding like shy, happy children, to behold this wonder, to behold the wonder, you back among us. The sky smiles, Nelson. Welcome, Madiba. Our arms ache to embrace you, survivor of solitude, dark sun of certitude, flesh and bone of Africans' deepest longings. Amandla, another son, who is the Word, is home now and dwelling with us. The last poem, the victory, it's entitled Waiting in Long Lines for the First Vote. Many of you saw those photographs that came out in 1994 of the first democratic election, and you saw the lines weaving throughout the landscape, the South African landscape, as people waited their turn to vote. Waiting in long lines for the first vote. South Africa, April 1994. Arcs of patience and desire cut paths on land they would now repossess, weaving their determination like an unending river. The people forged freedom. In these lines, they rewrote history. After 4 centuries of death, no matter a day's wait to welcome change, then return home, satisfied, feeling whole inside. Long fight, first vote, deep joy. Thank you.